We've been on this farm in Portugal for 3 years now, and the biggest gift that choosing this life has given our family is the opportunity to be with our boys and to teach them about working together. We've been building with them from the very beginning, getting them involved in as many different projects as we can and watching them thrive in an environment that we hope will allow them to have the skills and to be brave enough to create or do anything they can imagine. We're currently renovating a little stone house on our farm, but soon we will begin building a brand new family home here, made from reclaimed traditional stone using traditional techniques and taking our family on the biggest adventure of our lives. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please hit that big red button. It's completely free and we would love to have you along for the ride.
So today is the hottest day of the year.
I think it's getting up to 36 degrees.
At least 36 degrees today. So we've chosen today to put this, I think it's probably close to a ton worth of sand into a hole next to the septic tank. We can't use Mario's digger. And the reason for that basically is that we're worried when the sand gets lifted up with the big bucket and put in there that it's going to collapse the septic tank. It's going to break the septic tank. So instead of doing that, we're going to dig it all in by hand. As we dig the sand in, we're going to have to fill up the septic tank with water bit by bit so that they kind of both go up at the same levels. Let's measure whether the septic tank is level and ready to be put in. If it's not level, it's basically entirely my fault. I was the person that put down the cement slab. With Joao, of course, if you remember, we put that ramp where the cement was coming down. Hopefully that's level. Hopefully the septic tank has gone in level and flat on that cement slab. So all we're going to need to do is just fill it up with sand. Okay.
Bang on the money, darling.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Well done, you.
Right.
So the water that's going in there at the moment is gravity fed from our spring. So it's our nice off-grid water, which is great because we've got to fill this tank up, as John says, as we're backfilling the sand. Can I start?
Yeah, do it.
What am I doing? Just throwing sand in it?
Yeah, let's get on with it and do it. Let's put the sand hang on. There are many challenges in renovating any house wherever in the world you are, especially if, like us, you're working it out as you go along. We've never installed a septic tank before, a lot like many of the other projects we've been doing around this abandoned piece of land. The biggest challenge for us is that it isn't just a tank that's going to hold a bunch of stuff that comes from our bathroom and kitchens when they're built. The biggest challenge is that this is a waste treatment unit and no one around here really knows how to make it work. So we will need to learn and do it ourselves. Okay, I'm not sure that looks particularly impressive, but we have definitely done at least halfway. Most of the sand pile is gone. That's good news. We just got to now wait for Mario to turn up with the pipes and George to come and have a fiddle around with it. Like we said before, it's not a normal septic tank in that it's not just a bucket that you fill up with poo and wee and water and paper. It's actually a waste treatment system, which means it's going to need an electrical supply and other bits and pieces connecting to it. For our coffee. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to see if I can find that pipe that we buried a long time ago. There's a black pipe that runs the whole length of this field underground, and the original idea was that it would take away rainwater, and there's a lot of it in the winter, from the dirt track that runs along the side of the farm and direct it down to the bottom of the farm, because there was a whole bunch, literally some of these walls here, they were becoming little waterfalls, and it did a good job. But then we put the paralelos in, the cobbles, And we got inside those parallelos, we put a couple of dips in the bricks to guide the water down. And so that's basically taken a lot of the extra rainwater away from this field and diverted it to a lower part where we've put a drain, if you remember when we built that drain down there. So the plan really is to try and connect this, our septic tank, into that rainwater drain pipe and take the clean water, because this will clean water pretty well. We're going to take measurements from it after it's been fully commissioned so that we can see what kind of level of cool it's actually at, what kind of cleanliness is coming out. But my hope with it is that we can use the water, collect the water that comes from here and use it on the garden. That would be ace. You know, if we're using bio detergents and bio soaps and all that kind of stuff, there should be no reason why we can't do that. Like I say, we'll test the water before that happens, but wouldn't it be great to imagine? You know, the average family of 4 use around about 300 litres of water every single day. That's a huge amount of water. But anyway, before we can connect it all up, I've got to find that blasted pipe. And I really thought that it was going to be somewhere close by here. And of course, this soil now has gone like rock. Really, really hard. So that's not great. I'm getting a bit tired. Well, we'll find it for sure a little bit later, perhaps. Not right now. Yeah, that's hard work, so call it for now. Go and grab myself a cup of coffee and take a seat.
Your coffee, my love.
Thank you, my darling. Actually, I think I need some water, if that's all right.
Of course it is.
Blooming hot outside.
It is jolly warm. 2
years ago, Waterdrop provided us with our first filtration system, which we've neatly fitted right underneath the sink here. Super easy. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take out our older Waterdrop filtration system, which has done us a great job, and I'm going to change it over for our 800G Waterdrop system right now. We've got to change the pipes over, and do you want to help me change the pipes over?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It should be pretty simple. Obi, I can manage Crusoe, but I can't manage a dog and Crusoe at the same time. Pull that black cable out. Quite literally, swapping it over for a new unit is child's play. Thanks. So, just taking out these. Obi, dude. Seriously? I'm trying to work here, dog. Hey. So this is a UV unit. All right, buddy, can you just finish this one off for me, can you? Is it done?
This bit's so easy, I can do it, doesn't it, love?
Yeah, quite right.
And they just click in so simply, like that. They are also really easy to get renewed, like when they, on the tap, it'll tell you when you need to, why am I struggling here? There you go. On the tap's LED screen, it shows you when you need a new one, and they're really easy to get on Amazon. So we just order it on Amazon, and it literally comes, you know, the next day, and that's it. Easy to replace. Job's done. Okay, so here's what makes the filter so much better than what we've already got. First of all, it's got a much faster flow rate, so I can get a glass of water off of this bad boy in just 6 seconds. That UV filter light that John installed with the LED light in it, it's got a lifespan of 50 years, and it kills up to 99.9% of bacteria in your water, making your water so much healthier and safer. But it's the 9-stage filtration system in the reverse osmosis membrane that is the real magic for me, because it removes things like heavy metals, nitrates and fluorides from your water, which are just things that we just don't want to be drinking. I also love that it produces very little wastewater to make this clean water. So only 1 cup of wastewater for every 3 cups of drinking water it produces, which is super important for the environment and really important for us when we're running our off-grid water system through this, which is not an infinite amount of water. Anyway, let's test it out for real, for real. That really is so much faster than the old one. We've got a TDS rating there of 006. TDS stands for Total Dissolved Solids, which means our water is actually pretty good. Anyway, if you would like to check out this very snazzy new water filter, then please use the unique link in our description below. Watershop have got some specials running. Go and check it out.
Joao turned up and he started helping as well. We found that pipe, all important exit pipe for the septic tank, and we've basically dug it all in. It's filled with water completely to the top now. George has arrived and is just bending these pipes a little bit for us so that we can get them over to the stone house. Isn't that cool? I've never seen that before. And hopefully by the end of today, we're going to have Mario here with his digger, filling in all the soil. And that's it. Our first ever working, actual, proper bathroom where we are truly treating the water that we're using. That it's not going just into a hole in the ground and then being pumped out by some tractor. I feel really excited about all of this. We were actually thinking, okay, we can lay the pipes and get all the exit pipes, waste pipes all sorted ourselves, but you know, watching how George is actually doing it and making it so precise and so accurate, I genuinely feel we would have probably just stuck pipes in the ground, buried them and hoped for the best. You know, there are times where you can get things a little bit wrong or fudge the edges or not really know what you're doing and get away with it. You know, these pipes here, they're probably going to be down in the ground for a long time, so we do want to make sure we get that bit right for sure. Okay, George is calling it for the day. We've got the pipes in. That's great news. That blue thing running along the side there, that's an electrical cable that will go to the septic tank. So, not today, folks. We won't be finished today. And the reason for that is these pipes here, they need a box apparently, like a drain box, so that there's access just in case something gets blocked. So before we can finish, I need to build a box there for the drains. My assumption incorrectly was that the pipes would just get connected together, kind of with a pipe pot that unscrews at the top that you could get into if it needed to be like that. So but it seems that, you know, what we're doing here is different from that. So I've assumed incorrectly and George can't finish the job, which means, you know, getting George here is really tricky because he's such a busy fella. I think it means that I got to finish the job myself. You know, honestly, George is so busy. Every time he comes here, he's basically doing us a massive favor. So you know, I got to sit down, I got to read how to commission and plumb in that septic tank properly. I got to build a box over there. I got to do plumbing, folks. Hang on, I've just got a message from Carlos. That might be good news. All right, that is indeed very good news. Carlos is coming tomorrow to make those boxes. This is just another really great example of a situation where you don't know what you don't know.
Right, this could be like an episode, I don't think it's an episode, is it? But like an episode of Mission Impossible. John and I are going to try and fit the septic tank this morning. Well, it's been fitted, as you know. We've sunk it into the ground and it's full of water, but it's this final piece of the puzzle where now that the pipes are all connected to the bathroom, the tank needs to be switched on. And then John keeps using this word commissioned, which sounds very important. But basically, it needs to be pressurised. It needs to be kind of put into action, I suppose. And it all got to be done the right way. Otherwise, it just won't work. So I think it's safe to say that John's feeling quite a lot of pressure. It's been quite stressful. And we're also just flipping ready for this blinking thing to be in the ground and working. I think it was delivered about 2 months ago. And it was an urgent need about 6 weeks ago, and we just haven't managed to be able to find the people that know how to do it to help us. So we're going to try and do it ourselves, which is often how things go on this channel, I suppose. But anyway, wish us luck. Let's see where we get to.
All right, so I've been emailing with Lorna at WTE. WTE are the company that make this particular septic tank. As I said before in previous episodes, it's not just a septic tank, it's a waste management system. Now, George has plumbed the waste pipe all the way down here. It's coming in here. And we've also plumbed an exit pipe here. Now, traditionally what would happen is this waste pipe would go out to a drainage field, a ditch, but what we've done is we've connected it to a pipe through that box there that takes it to the bottom of our farm, where hopefully we'll be able to collect it and then disperse it evenly and get it out of the way. The water coming out, by the way, is clean water.
Clever.
Magic. This is where all the magic happens. I'm not going to pretend to talk you through how it works, because I don't know. Lorna from WTE has just sent me an instruction manual.
Did they also send the sweets?
They sent some gummies.
No way! Have there been gummies in the top of that tank for the last 8 weeks?
So I'll have one of those. That'll help. Lovely.
Do you think they're there to sweeten the deal? This is going to be hard, John. Here's some sweets.
Yeah, exactly. So Lorna sent me through the instruction manual. It is very detailed. Thanks, Lorna. She did say it's very detailed. You know, when you get a message from somebody that's like, yeah, well, I could give you a call, I could talk you through it, but, you know, if you read the instruction manual. So anyway, thanks, Lorna.
John's not very good at instruction manuals, as a rule. I
want somebody to tell me what to do. So what we've got is this top bit, like I say, where the magic happens.
Oh, it comes out.
Yeah. Let's take this gummy.
I want a gummy, but I don't deserve a gummy right now. So
I've got Tara here for some moral support.
I was going to go and clean the mess in the stone house, but I'll do that after this.
Let's get this up and running.
Yeah.
So this is the electric cable.
Okay.
It goes in there through that, and then it goes in here. There's one of these on each side. I think we only need one. So I'm going to drill a hole.
Why are you drilling a hole? Does it say you've got to drill a hole?
Yeah, I read the instruction manual.
Did you? Look at me and say promise.
I promise. I read that bit anyway.
Okay.
It's a long instruction manual with a myriad different options for installing this, which makes it a bit more complex. But so far as I can see, we just need to connect up the electrics, which I can do myself. And then we've got to fit this beacon on the top of that green thing there.
Oh, fancy.
And then we've got to fiddle around with a few knobs. That's it. This electric cable, by the way, everybody, has already been attached to a fuse box by a qualified electrician. The fuse is down, and so the electric's off at the moment.
So there's all the electrics and the pump and what have you. And then it's just a giant tank of water, basically. So all the yucky water goes in there, right? All the stuff from the toilet. And then somehow it gets clean and goes out that way. I don't really understand, but great. Love it.
Yeah, exactly.
It just looks like a big tub of water to me.
Okay, so the electric cables come in. One of the things I was worried about when I first started and why I originally texted Lorna to ask her the question was basically just like, okay, so where does the electric cable go in? You know, because these metal points at both sides, they kind of look like they need some plumbing to be going on them, and I was thinking maybe they're pressure valves or something like that. So all of these are actually preset as well, timers, because it's not constantly on. You see, it comes on every it comes on for 15 minutes every hour or something like that. Yeah, 15 minutes every hour.
And what breaks the stuff down? Is it bacteria or is it
bloody
pressure?
Clever. So I've watched a couple of YouTube videos about this as well. The way it's working, let me get a screwdriver. The way it's working is with bubbles.
No ways.
Yeah. When we get to the commissioning part.
So it's like a soda stream for poo.
It is, yeah. It's really clever.
Wow.
I'll be able to explain that bit to everybody because I have watched the video. So I'm just basically going to regurgitate what I've watched. Right, and this is simple, this bit, because you're just basically connecting brown to brown, blue to blue, pink to pink. What? There's no pink?
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's in place. I've been putting off installing this for a long time because I just haven't had time to sit down and read that instruction manual. Now that I've read it, I think it's going to be pretty easy. You know. says the expert plumber over here. If you've been watching our channel for a long time, you'll know that most of our disasters come from water related sources. I'm not a very good plumber.
Oh, whoops. Oh no, I tipped him out everywhere. Sorry, now I'm wasting time.
When the air regulator, what we're doing is we're connecting the pressure gauge thing as well. Even if that pressure gauge actually said something that I understood, I wouldn't understand it.
Right, love. I've got the instruction manual.
Great.
Because I do like reading instruction manuals.
Okay.
There's definitely a lesson here, but we, you know. Okay. So that's the gasket.
Yeah.
Beacon, washers and nuts. That's easy.
Yeah.
So drill a 5mm hole in each of the 3 drill starts on the tank lid.
Is everybody following this?
Next step, turn the lid over.
Yeah.
You done that?
Yeah.
Fit the washers over the bolts and secure with the nuts. Do not over tighten. Do you want me to tell you about it now? Or are you happy doing that? So the beacon thing, wait, before you finish, it says we put the wires brown to brown, blue to blue, whatever.
Yeah. Done.
Okay, so the electrics are in. Very important that there's sufficient slack cable inside the tank to enable the blower tray to be removed. That's fine, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Vortex tanks are supplied with a timed socket. I see now why they sent the gummies.
What's that?
You haven't stopped eating them.
Uh-huh.
The timer should be set. Okay, the solenoid timer. Timer operates on solenoid valve should be delivered preset so it energizes the solenoid. Not us?
The what?
Solenoid timer.
Mm-hmm. What's this?
Where?
Yeah.
All sewage treatment plants will produce methane and other gases that must be vented out of the tank. In the case of the sewage treatment plants where air is blown into the system, there must be sufficient ventilation to allow this air to be expelled from the lid of the tank. The most common method of ventilation is to utilize the soil vent stack on the outside of the building. This provides an open duct for air, methane and other gases to be expelled from the tank. Alternatively, a 110mm vent can be spurred of either the inlet or the outlet pipe, gravity outlet tanks. It's like a really hard board game.
Okay, so I need to fit a 10 mil, how much?
110 mil
110 mil vent.
can be spurred of either the inlet or the outlet pipe.
Is that Lorna? It is. Hello Lorna, my name is John Newby. I'm doing an install at the moment. I've got 2 quick questions if that's okay. So is that enough to vent the system? Great. Thanks Lorna, I'm excited. Yeah, great. All right, quick gummy. So before I seal the entrance to the electrical cable, I think we should switch it on and give it a go.
Okay.
And see how it goes.
Cool. So Lorna promised to send through a sheet of do's and don'ts for the system, and I've just been reading through it, and it is fascinating stuff. I've always wanted to shift all of our home kind of cleaning products and stuff to a more environmentally friendly, kid-friendly, non-toxic sort of system. But you know, when you're in it, it's quite hard to pull yourself out and make that change all of a sudden, you know. So I've just done it with our dishwashing tablets and with our laundry powders. And this is really interesting because now this is like it's like getting a nice big fresh start, if you will. And we're going to want to look after this really, really well. She writes in her notes that a septic tank system or a water treatment system is like a living, breathing community of organisms, and it should be treated with respect. So no any antibacterials, anything that kills germs. You can put a bit of bleach down here, maybe once a week if you need to clean your toilets, but that's about it. Don't the advice is kind of like, don't use cleaning products with cloths that then get rinsed out into the sink. Don't put milk down it. Don't put oils down it. We're going to have to be really on it, because if I'm really honest with you guys, coming completely clean about our dirtiness, we're not very good at this stuff. Everything goes down the sink. And it's no wonder we have a bit of a septic tank drama going on with our actual septic tank. So, fascinating. I've learned a lot today, and we will be completely clean and green in our new house. Because otherwise, this badger's going to stop working. Not this badger. We can't have him stop working, but the septic tank. I was just saying how Lorna sent through the do's and don'ts, and it's fascinating.
Has she done that already?
Yeah, we're going to be clean and green, darling.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Mario's coming later today as well to fill all the holes in.
Nice. That's good news.
So that's it.
Crusoe can ride in the digger this afternoon. He'll be delighted.
Yeah, all I've got to do is finish that bathroom.
I'll show you guys just now. This afternoon, as I say, I'm going to go and clean up the stone house, which, darling, I must say, looks like a bomb's gone off in it.
It does at the moment, yeah.
Anyway, that's my job for the afternoon. So I'll take you in with me, and I'll show you where John's got to with the building of a banister bookcase, and also a quick update on how the bathroom's looking, because it does look amazing. I'm so pleased. Right, is it the moment of truth?
It is the moment of truth. It's
okay.
Recording now. It's plugged in.
Plugged in, nice.
Turned on. So, have you got the Have you got their YouTube channel?
No, YouTube channel?
Yeah, go to their YouTube channel.
Okay. Where is it getting water from? Inside? What's going on? Tell me what's going on.
So, all of those valves are open.
Do you want me to get the instructions out again? I understand it. So this pipe is bringing up the solid stuff back from the bottom and putting it back into the biozone, which is this thing here. That in that corner there. Yeah. That should be boiling. This should have a steady flow of water coming through it because it's bringing up the stuff from the bottom. And then that should just be steadily bubbling. Got it?
Yeah, so what's this? Why is it pumping water now here?
Because it's bringing up water right back from the bottom of the tank.
But I can't now tell whether it's boiling or not. So.
Pipe.
Yeah.
The settled sludge return. It should be gently pouring, ideally pulsing.
Is that pulsing?
I can't see it.
It goes in a certain way.
So today we completed a job that had been lingering and looking at us for weeks, waiting for us to pluck up the courage to give it a go. And here we are. In the end, it was pretty easy, we think. And now we can bravely spend our days with our 2 little boys, having taught us all a lesson in just getting on with it and giving it a go. In the next episode, we'll be back in the stone house, finishing off a few projects, and we cannot wait to share the completed project with you, before, of course, embarking on the biggest project of all, the creation and building of our new home. Thanks again for being a part of this journey with us, folks, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.